Hello and welcome back to another gig log. This is Nate with In the Mix Light and Sound. Today we're heading down to another one of our annual events, Jenkintown Arts Festival. This year we're going to be setting up for 2 stages. We're going to have, I believe, 8 total acts across 2 stages. And for the second stage we're providing equipment. I'll have a tech down there. And then for the main stage I'll be there along with another assistant. Gig runs from about 1 o'clock to 6 p.m. So not too bad as far as hours. Changeovers, there's about 15-minute changeovers between acts. And with that, we're going to be pushing equipment down to the second stage. We're going to have our X40s and JBL 828s at the main stage. So we'll see what kind of video we can get today. It's all going to depend on timing. There's a couple bits of moving parts because there's a staging company that comes in, so they'll be setting up a believe it's a SL stage for the main stage, and then they put stage decking down at the second stage. So a lot of times we'll be coordinating around them. The second stage is about a block and a half away, so as far as transporting gear there, most of the roads are going to be blocked off, so we'll probably be wheeling equipment about a block and a half. We'll see how that goes. So I'll try and get what video I can. But with that, stay tuned. And here's where we're at so far. So we got a call that the stage needed to be relocated back a little bit so there'd be more of an audience area. So they're doing that now. Already got gear unloaded for the second stage, and that's already on its way. So we're just going to finish unloading gear out of the trailer. This will be our parking spot here, and then once they are closer to being done with the stage, they're going to set up along this area here. I'll set up an easy up. We have a diesel generator for power today, and then they've also provided a distro here, which I'm going to tap off of with my distro. We'll probably take the 50 amp out there, maybe the 30 amp as well. All right, so we'll try and get a little point of view here. The stage is finally getting finalized. We have our X40s up on our Goliath stands there, the Duratrust DT 4000s. We've got power run. So we've got our little distro here that we're running 5 amps out, and that is going to hit all of our speakers. It's going to run one part of it, and then to power this rig here and the monitor side, instead I could have come out of there, but I don't like to have cables coiled up, especially electrical, depending on the draw. So we just ran it back to their power distro here. Came out of the 30 amp outlet, so we have 50 amp and we have 30 amp, which is plenty of juice for what we're doing today. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get the front of house set up. We're going to be doing 2 subs. We're going to use these power and signal cables to run to the mains. These are Pro X cables here, and basically all I've done with them is they come with an IEC on the end. I've just cut that off and wired in a PowerCon, so these are pretty much just going to be dedicated to the X40s and any other PowerCon speakers we come across. So there's this little pigtail here that does like a little split. So basically, this will power both speakers then. And then you just come in here and then come in to the left. And this is just going to daisy chain out to the top. So it's going to left out to the top. And that's it. Voila.
Would you say this year was a little teeny weeny bit better on the stage plot side?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Meaning I actually got stage plots for everybody? Yes, yeah.
Like, you actually got them this time as opposed to not.
The real test will be how accurate they are.
When it's a surprise.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Every time I sent you a stage plot, in my head I was like, woo! Like I was like cheering.
Yeah, I got one. We did it. It is the little things. It really is. Yay. Are you guys done with the banners up here?
We're done with everything.
All right, cool. Yeah, that'll do. All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. See you, I guess, at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we'll be back at 6.
Yeah, we'll
We'll try and pull everything down so you guys can get up there and do what you need to do, and
no
we'll
worries.
just okay.
We're gonna
I
start
always try to work with you.
Yeah,
so
we're
you
gonna
can...
start here.
Now this stringer for when we center cluster subs. Changed it out to a true one because I have true one power boxes over there. And because it's true one, if we need to extend it all, if it's like things go a little bit further, it's not a problem. Got our in. This guy we're not going to be able to use. And we got her in. Power one, power two. Now get a little jumper and we'll be golden. 10-footer should make it. Done. Make sure all our breakers are off. Off. Okay. All these are on. So I'm turning them off. Oh, you left the control on. Make sure the guy did everything. Yeah. Black to black, white to white, red to red. Give that a second to power up. Sure he connected it over here. Red to red, black to black, white to white, green to green. Okay. On. $50 on, 30 on. I'm gonna be safe. Green. 121. Perfect. And let's check this guy. This is breaker. Pretty sure it's supposed to be a 1. We'll find out. Breaker 1. Yep, green 121. We should probably check line 1 just to be safe. That is breaker 5. green, and 121. Everybody is happy. Alright, so we'll keep that all off for now. Power up our mixer, make some noise. Alright, so we'll flip this on. Let's get our speakers going. So 2 and 3. 3, 2. Let's see if they have power. Yep, looking good there. Looking good here. Looking good here. Looking good there. All right, so here's our stage before we get started. So we're patched everything into the DL32 over here. Our monitor leads are coming out with our Siamese cables going across the stage. We've got 5 wedges, 4 across the front, 1 mid stage. And then we're using our Whirlwind drum drop to catch the back line. This is the house kit. So we just have things roughed in right now. We're waiting for the artists to get here. They'll bring their own cymbals and probably change this all around. And we have our drum wedge. We have the Yamaha sub and EV12 main. And then they do have a bass amp here that we're plugged into. And then we have 2 microphones ready for catching guitars. And last but not least, we have to catch keys, our Whirlwind 4-channel Catdusa box. And then for the last band that has the most inputs, there's going to be some horns and conga players over on stage left, and we're just going to home run those into the box there. And that's it. All right, we have our second stage set up and ready to go. We're just running a Behringer wing on the side, my little compact rig, which you've seen in prior videos. And then just 2 monitors, 2 mains, and then 2 vocals and a couple DIs should take care of it for the day. So we're going to be tablet mixing today. So we'll be changing a custom layer and as the different bands come in. Alright, we got the second act up here. And they are bass, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, second electric guitar, 5-piece drum kit, and then the lead singer in the middle there has in-ears that we patched into our system. We got them set up.
Come on and sing my song all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night, all night long, all night. See the people dancing in the street, feel the rhythm all up in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on.
So for the fourth and final band, we have mono keys, bass, got 3 vocal mics, 3 horns, trombone, sax, trumpet. They all had their own clip-ons that they brought with them. Got drums and guitar. And they are awesome.
All right, and we're done, and we've already started tearing the stage down. I'm gonna run this until the battery dies, or until we get packed up, whichever happens first. So, first thing, we're gonna kill all of our power here. So that's stage power we ran out of this, and power to the mains. So now the mains should be dead. And we're gonna cut monitors. So there's a switch on the other side there that cuts the monitors, but we can kill it from over here. So we've already wiped all of the levels. So now I'm just gonna unassign all of the inputs here, except for the wireless, because they're always in there. Gonna hit shut down, confirm, turn off our tablets. And so I had 2 tablets here, one for me out in mains, one for monitors. Shut down our computer here. This guy's gonna go to a special place. This goes in my little backpack. These always come in handy. Get yourself one of these and get yourself a bunch of adapters for the front, either Lightning or USB-C. You can run any dance troupe you need. This little distro, man, it's not too expensive as far as distros go, and it works super well. So that's all done. Console's ready to shut down. I'm gonna shut her down. Pull our feed for the box here. Oh, we got a little twisted up, huh? This is a USB-C, like little Y cable here that I have plugged in the back. And the purpose of it is for basically just charging things mostly. Yeah, charging tablets or running some of the SLXD wireless with the they have a USB-C connection. So I just coil this up quick, put it in the back. So that's done. Our computer's shut down, so we can coil this up here. And just have a little Velcro tie on it. And got a router. Well, not a router, a wireless access point. We'll hide here.
And then we'll just unplug from back here. Our box there. Tape. Monitor. And then this is ready to close up. Make sure all our batteries are back in place. And I'm gonna leave this powered up for a little bit just to get a little charge on those batteries while I'm breaking all the rest of the stuff down. Put it to unlock, and down she comes. To lock. Let's go. There's one. So this actually worked out really well. Getting that feed to the subs. These will just stay coiled up in here until the next event. One. Hey, absolutely. Oh, awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Safe travels. Right with you, man. All right, everything's off on the panel. All yours. Here we go. Yep, the one big one goes in. Oop, hold on. We need
Oh
this
yeah,
guy.
we need that for the
Yeah.
other big one. Okay.
Yep, so this goes in like this.
Yeah.
And then, contrary to how you think it would go, I mean, this makes sense,
never
right?
doing that.
You know,
I
like
was
that
never
makes
doing that.
sense. And then you gotta go like this, and it's like,
No,
what?
this
Why?
This can't be.
Yeah. And then you can go like that.
Defy the laws of physics.
Had to. And that one just lays face down.
Like
You
this.
tuck it in. Yep, upside down. Boom. Yeah.
Nope.
I don't know how
in
I
a
figured.
million years would have done that.
I don't know how I figured that out, but
Nope. I was never.
I think I was just playing around and playing around and playing around, and finally it was like,
You're like, they must do it. They must do it.
look at this.
Do anything. Play music for me.
And that was another Jenkintown in the books. Good time today. Lots, I mean, the X40s were perfect for that area. Lots of compliments on sound. Handed out lots of cards, which is always a good thing. Again, keep getting the name out there. But the organizers, again, were super happy. We were packed up in just under an hour to get that down, so it's amazing the difference. Just, you know, having those stands out, using the X40's point source rather than having to bring out, you know, the big lifts or chain hoists, which I've done there in previous years. So it's definitely a time saver when, you know, in the case of this event, where I can use those stands and just speaker on stands. You know, super simple. The new cables worked out really well as far as getting power and signal. I think any instance in which I'm going to have center clustered subs, those cables will come in handy every time. It's not always possible to do center cluster subs, so again, I have alternative with the, you know, the two XLRs that you've seen me use in previous videos for that. Did get a lot of compliments on the monitors today. A couple of the acts mentioned that everything was really clean and clear on stage, and you know, a lot of that I think has to do with the coaxial boxes. The DB Technologies FMX series, for their price point, are pretty dang amazing. The 10s and 12s really come across well as far as everything in the vocal range and a lot of the instrument ranges as well. You're not going to get like thumping low bass out of those. You know, they're 10s and 12s. The 12s work pretty well for keys. And again, my philosophy is less is more when it comes to monitors. So I only put in, you know, what they ask for. The only thing I usually typically will spread around is going to be vocals, because everybody needs to hear vocals so they can, you know, work off of each other. But now, anything that's not needed, including frequencies, like doing a low cut and a high cut, and just keeping it focused on, you know, the ranges that they need to hear, I think is what makes the difference. So again, a coaxial wedge, something that's designed to be a wedge, makes a difference. And again, less is more. Making sure whatever you don't need in there, get out of there. And with that, we'll call it a video. So thank you again for watching. I know I didn't get all of the teardown because, again, the battery died on me. I didn't get a chance to charge it up. But hopefully that gave you a good idea of what the setup was like for this event. Always nice being able to run off of those big diesel generators, have that 50 amp power, and know that, you know, we've got enough juice. More than enough in this case. I think I looked at the meter on the generator at one point, and it said it was an average of 4 amps over, you know, I guess 240 volts, or, you know, 3-phase, so 208 maybe. However, I'm not sure how they had their distro panel wired up, but everything measured out well, so no problems with power at all. So again, with that, we'll call it a gig log video. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Always love your comments. And that's it. On to the next one. Thanks again.